very nice to have all of you here. I will try to make a short presentation because in order to show all these procedures on e-procurement, it will take more than hours. So I'll try to keep it simple. As you know that in 2018, in December 28, in Azerbaijan, a lot of changes made in terms of e-procurement. A new amendment to the legislation have been approved by the President's decree. And according to this decree, in Azerbaijan was created a new procurement system which covers from A to Z all processes online, announcing tenders and applying from the supplier side, payment, invoicing, and all these procedures are going online. So what happened in last few months in Azerbaijan? Before announcing the tenders, it took around 30 bank days, but now it's decreased to 20 bank days. And before, everything was held with hard copy. So basically, the buyers, they announced everything in newspapers, and who wanted to participate in this tender, actually they sent all the proposals in hard copy, but now all these procedures goes on real time. When the buyer announces the tender, it automatically goes to the suppliers as a notification online in their single cabinet, and they apply and send all their proposals online, and they pay their participation fee online. So all from A to Z, everything goes online. Before the tender bid security, it was between 1 and 5%, but now it is only 1%. It was decreased to 1%. And in terms of complaints, before it was considered within 20 bank days, now it was decreased to the 10 bank days. And decision about the awarding, before it was 3 bank days, but now it must be made in 1 bank day, so 3 times decrease in terms of timing. Besides of that, there are new decrees and legislations which was made. A new code of conduct have been approved by the Cabinet of Ministers in March 18th, and the regulation of the portal have been approved in April recently, and now I would like to show you the portal, how it works. The portal works in different languages, Azerbaijan and English, so I think it's better to go in English to show you. So as you know, here we covered legislation parts, so everything related to procurement you can find here, laws, decrees, orders, decisions, and all of them are updated and all of them are on real time. For example, when we press one of them, we go to e-law of Azerbaijan. Any amendments made to the legislation, it appears here. So it's all the time updated. We have procurement plans. According to the new changes, all state entities, they have to declare their tenders up to 15th of October every year, their annual plans, and they have to announce online. So they have to share it. This is for the transparency reasons, and it is for the development of micro and medium SMEs in Azerbaijan, because beforehand they know that which organizations will purchase what kind of service and products, so they get ready for that. And as you see here, all entities already shared their annual plans here, and we can get detailed information that when, how much, and what kind of service or product they want to buy. And actually, even we can see that in which months of the year they want to buy it. So all information are shared here. And competitions, we can see open bidding, request for quotation, request for bids, and notifications here. Open bids here we see that which organization want to buy what and purchase what, and we get more information about that. Participation fee, lot 1, lot 2, etc. And again, when we come back, we see here information about signed contracts. Once the tender is over, both parties, they signed the contract and they have to register the contract here. Once we see the contract, we see the amount of the contract, we see what date it was signed and between which entities. So that's the transparency reason as well. And here over, as you see here, 1,049 pages so far. So it means around over 10,000 contracts are here. And FAQ, we know that it's very important to have FAQ in order to answer the questions of suppliers. Besides of that, we think that regardless any portal have been created, the training and acknowledgement of people is very important. That's why we have video instructions here, how to register the system and how to announce the annual plans. So basically, we are increasing the number of videos time by time for each pages. And besides of that, we also hold some trainings, face-to-face trainings for suppliers, for government employees. And actually, we also had the committee of AmCham, American Chamber of Commerce, about e-procurement. We shared our portal with related parties, and we gathered their ideas and proposals that in order to improve our system. So basically, here about the media, we can see the closed bidding, reports, annual plans starting from 2010, all reports you can see here, annual reports, contracts, and where they can call and appeal or say what they want. So here are the numbers of the state procurement agency. Okay. To log in the system, siz şey verin de bana. Okay. In Azerbaijan, we have a new innovation. It is called Asan Login. It's a centralized login system in Azerbaijan. It is announced by the e-government in Azerbaijan. What is important? Why it is important? Because once the person or supplier, it doesn't matter, he's a taxpayer or just like a physical person, individual, once they sign in one system in terms of portal, etc., without any signing, they can enter to other personal accounts. Okay, now we have different options how we can enter to the system. I choose the mobile signature version. And I write here the telephone number. And this is the telephone number of the member of the committee of the Azerbaijan Automobile Roads. Tender committee. And we will see the real tender, that how they hold the tender and who participated and who is the winner. It's not confidential, yeah? Like the winner, all the Anna. Okay. Okay, now we can show.
We can show you the process.
Okay. Once we press log in, we choose, because that person belongs to the automobile agency. At the same time, the person as a citizen can use it. That's why we choose the one which is related to automobile company. Burada ne diye? Işık var. Now he receives the SMS and he will tell us the code, and once the code is... And in Azerbaijan, all taxpayers, they have mobile signature, because without mobile signature, no one can submit their declarations. There is digital signature. We have the one which was like at the flash card or the card. they can use it like both.
But they can also not. They can enter.
Yes, it's optional.
Yes, it's optional. Yeah,
There is no
they can use both, which one they want. Okay, this is a personal account, as you see here. There is several functions. Buyer, in that case, the Vüsal Hasanov, the member of the commission, tender commission of the state automobile roads. And we see here a dashboard, tender research committee evaluation, annual procurement plan and settings. Once we press the buyer part, we see here the dashboards, events, what kind of tender they have hold, create new event. We even see here the all the logs, what last activities he made. So all of them, what kind of changes they made. Here we see the finished tenders, and once we press one of them, okay, before we come here, I want to show at least create one event. For example, when we choose open tender, let's say RFP, all these documents must be there. Technical envelope, commercial envelope, compliance matrix, committee and post-committee. The committee, it means without the tender commission, the tender cannot go. Therefore, the members must be here. And post-committee, the committee which is going to evaluate the tender. We just like name the tender because there can be several tenders. For example, we just let's call it test doing business. Doing, right. Yeah. Once we create it, here we see that name of the tender, organization name, creation date, we created today, and code of conduct, it must be uploaded here. Contract template, it must be uploaded. Once the tender is over, the contract will be available for the winner, and the both sides will sign online. That's it. There is no any signing as a paper. And general rules for the tenders. It is also uploaded here, and all suppliers can see it. Add user. When we press the add user, the users have been already uploaded in the system, like any person that we want to see here. Burada cəmili seçək. They are the member of the tender commission. Bir dənəsini keçim sonra. So for example, I choose one person here.
I'll come back to this just in a moment, okay?
And a post committee again, I choose the member that who is going to evaluate the thing. We here define the lot. The tender can be several lots. So if you want to have the lot, we choose a category, estimated amount. We say, for example, 1,000. Budget line. So the important side of this portal is like if the state entity hasn't declared their annual plan already, they cannot declare any tender here. They have to choose from their annual plans. That's a vital part. Yes, it is. Yes, it's a link to the budget line.
Does it have to allocate the full amount for the tender in the budget, or you can partially allocate the budget?
It can be lots. It can be divided in several lots.
Bunu bir dənə istəyirsiniz Bahadır. Mən şeydə o illik planlarda daxil eləyəndə bütün əmanatı qabaqcadan daxil eləməlidir, yoxsa son?
O birisine deyir, yəni deyir ki, o tender elan olanda bütün büdcə onda olmalıdır, yoxsa müəyyən hissəsi olsa kifayətdir. Dediyim təkrarlasın. Sorry, can you repeat the question just to understand?
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand if, like, based on what you said, it means that the procuring entity is required to allocate the budget to a specific project for tender. Is it like the allocation of budget, or is it a budget plan?
It's a budget plan, more plan, yeah.
Because it is declared before the next year's government state budgets have been approved. That's why it is just like planning.
The changes can be made during the year. depending on several factors. But generally, it's a plan.
Mm.
So when you select those codes are related to budget allocation or the budget plan?
It's I think in that case it is for budget plan.
Budget plan.
This is why I look at the civil system, because you can have a complete budget, within this budget, to link to the line, a line item, and if there is a need of doing procurement, then you can request the new budget.
Yes.
Allocation from the side.
Yeah, of course.
So it's quite, there's no implement. Yeah, you just plan now, or you plan for.
It can be changed. We had in history a sample. I can give you a sample when we had a tender of a big project, which was financed by the World Bank or some other banks, international banks, and because of the fluctuations in the Azeri manat and USD currency, we had extra money left. So there were changes in the plan. These extra money were allocated to another tender. So there can be changes during the. But generally, the plan is made the previous year for the next year, in the end of the previous year. So it's the assumption that should be in this way, but it can be changed.
This is
One
why
theory,
this feature of the
allocation.
system.
Biz təsdiq olunmuş büdcəni bölürük.
Burada bu,
Değişti olabilir de.
Yox, bu allocation plan deyil. Belə görürük.
Bəli,
ki,
bu
bizim
isə allocation.
təsdiq olunmuş büdcəni biz bölürük. Biz plan yaza bilmərik. Heç bir qurum özündən plan yaza bilməz. Dövlət büdcəsində təsdiq olunub, ona nə vəsait ayrılıbsa, onu bölür.
Bəli.
Və o nöqteyi nəzərdə bu büdcə planı yox, büdcənin bölüşdürülməsidir.
Bəli.
Allocation. Büdcə planı deyil.
Orada bir değişiklik olabilir.
Heç bir dəyişiklik ola bilməz. Sizə
Yox,
Azərbaycanda yola ayrılan vəsait çərçivəsində siz allocation edirsiniz.
ya büdcədən ayrılıb.
Plan yaza bilməzsiniz. Elə deyil.
Bizim hansı yollarını
Ay sağ ol. Ona görə bu allocation. Onun zəhmət olmasa izah edeyim. Yoxsa
So this is why this feature of this system, budget line, is very important for the success of this system, because it links to those, yeah, to existing funds and requests.
existing funds. So I think
Allocation.
This is budget allocation, because every year state budget is being approved by Parliament and signed by Mr. President, and some resources is given to all line ministries, including state agency on automobile roads, for example, the case of doing business. And based on budget plan, based on budget resources, the state agency of Azerbaijan on automobile roads provides allocation of this budget among specific projects and declares tenders through this web portal. So this is budget allocation, because there is not right of automobile agency to plan its let's say future expenditure, because future expenditure is part of budget process and should be adopted by Parliament and signed by Mr. President. So this is resource allocation, budget allocation. And this is part of result-based budgeting, by the way. So as we are switching to result-based budgeting, now we are setting budget performance. That's why this is very important for us. And after adoption of state budget, every agency, including your case, automobile roads, should provide budget allocation up to 15th of October every year. So this is budget allocation, not budget plan. Please. So let's go.
Once we save and in all information, actually here is a technical envelope. And another good point of this portal for technical weight, we can give the weight here. For example, if we give the 70% for technical weight, automatically it gives another 30% for commercial envelope. here weight, because it will be valuable for the evaluation process. Based on these weights, the system automatically will define first, second, and third places.
And do you have the statistics on in how many cases which weight was allocated to commercial envelope and which weight was allocated to technical envelope? Would you have some statistics on that?
Yeah, but basically once all the organizations starting to use that, so we will have these statistics. For the case of the automobile roads, there is a statistic that can be provided for you. As here, see the commercial envelope already here, and for commercial envelope, even we can give like several different. For example, if you want, according to Azerbaijani legislation, the buyer must pay up to 30% of the in advance. This is as avance, and we show all here that how we want to have our proposals. And now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Emin, who we will, on real tender, will show you that how they hold the tender and the results, and with all these weights and what I explained in terms of loads, commercial, technical, you can see in details here.